DOJ official helped Democratic researchers on the Russia case before and after the election.
Yeah,
break it down.
I think you hit it in your monologue just right, Sean. We now know that Bruce Ohr was not just some ancillary figure. He was a central figure. He was the glue that connected the Democratic opposition research effort to destroy Donald Trump during the election by accusing him of having ties to Russia with the Justice Department and the FBI. And he's not just anybody. He's the deputy to the Deputy Attorney General. That means the same Deputy Attorney General, Sally Yates, who signed the FISA warrant for Carter Page. Her man is meeting outside of the FBI with the primary sources that Hillary Clinton dug up. And he's coordinating. In the beginning, he's finding out what's going on. He's talking. Then when Christopher Steele is fired by the FBI, the FBI told him, you're no longer suitable as an asset to be a source, and you may not gather any more information under the color of the FBI. And what happens? 21 days later, Bruce Ohr is gathering information for Steele and giving it to the FBI, and Pete Strzok is right there playing wide receiver, catching it. It's extraordinary. The FBI is violating its own rules. It's probably misleading the FISA court. The Justice Department has kept us in the dark about this for 18 months. We'll see tomorrow how good the media is. I'm going to put these documents up on the Hill website. People can go read them themselves. Let's see if the media writes as much about this as they do about the Manafort trial.
Yeah, the Manafort, the trial of the century over a tax case. Congressman Meadows, you have been, and other Freedom Caucus members have been the ones, number one, demanding transparency, demanding subpoenas are complied with. There's been obstruction, there's been delays, there's been phony redactions, phony claims of national security. As we now learn tonight from this reporting of John Solomon, this is deeper, this is more corrupt, there is a bigger abuse of power, and obviously the government tried their best, the highest levels of the FBI and DOJ, to defeat and then undermine a president of the United States. Tell me if that's wrong.
Well, it's not wrong. And what we're seeing tonight, John's done some great reporting. And obviously, Sean, you have been on this from day one. But what we're seeing tonight is Bruce Ohr, who was with the Department of Justice, actually was working as a go-between between them and the FBI. Now, what we're also seeing is we're not talking about one or two or three contacts. There was over 60 different contacts made between Bruce Ohr and Christopher Steele trying to get dirt and actually sell dirt on this president. And we also have text messages now that confirm that Peter Strzok actually worked with Bruce Ohr. So it's amazing that it's taken so long for this to come out.
Okay, so now we got Comey, then you got the number 2 guy at the FBI, now you got Bruce Ohr, number 4 at Justice, then we got all the Strzok and Page, then we got everything else in between. How come nothing ever happens to these people? And we're back to we've got Adam Schiff on a tape, literally colluding with a Russian, thinking he's got naked pictures of Donald Trump. Is that a conspiracy? Is that collusion? Is that worse what they're claiming about Trump? And then we got Hillary paying for Russian lies, manipulating the American people, and on top of that, using it to spy on Americans. John Solomon, or Mark Meadows, we'll go to you first. How deep does this go, and when do these people ever get held accountable?
Well, we know that there's two standards. One for those that are well connected, and we're seeing that as John is reporting tonight. But it goes very deep. If you start to read some of these emails and the text messages, we're just now starting to uncover really how awful this was. You know, let's put it in context. It was July 30th, the day before the investigation started, when there was a meeting at the Mayflower that started this between Bruce Ohr and Christopher Steele.
All right, last word we're going to give to John Solomon tonight. And where is this going? There's more coming.
The conspiracy that we're going to all be looking at in a month from now will be the one inside the Justice Department to defraud the FISA court. I believe that's where this goes.
Explain that in a little more detail.
I think for sure the FBI was intentionally keeping this information, this contact between Ohr as a go-between, the flaws in the case, the stuff Devin Nunes told you last night. They were omitting exculpatory information and hiding their back channel to the Clinton campaign, and that is going to be a real problem for the FBI when this is all done.
Without a doubt. Agree.
You agree. All right. We're going to follow this again tomorrow night. We're going to get more reaction. Judge Zinni Pirro, Greg Jarrett are next. Jay Sekulow, the president.